Happy birthday, Capricorns! I am so excited to wish you a happy birthday. I love wishing happy birthday, and many of my friends are Capricorns, so it's especially exciting to wish all of my good friends and those of you who are my video friends, my YouTube friends, a happy birthday. Or my Facebook friends or my Twitter friends. If we aren't already friends, we should be. So catch me on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. You can take a look below here to see my websites, and you can catch those too. Anyway, happy birthday. I'm diverting here. Capricorns are December 22nd to January 20th. I always have to stop and think about that. But you want to know what your message is for 2017, so let me stop babbling here about everything but your birthday, because what a grand year you are going to have. It's a serious year, but it's also a year of, I say a serious year, and at the same time it's a year of giggles. There's going to be a lot of fun in your life this year, a lot to really laugh about. And laughter is going to be extremely important for you this year. You're going to have to laugh, because this is the year that you are going to be asked, and you can kind of hear what's happening to my voice. This is the year that you are going to be asked to use your voice for the greater good of your life and the greater good of all. And as I say that, you can kind of hear my voice settling down. I don't know if you can hear that on tape or not, but I could sure feel it. The throat chakra was like kind of shaking there, and it was saying, if you feel anything going on in your throat, and you may have to physically be very aware of your throat this year. It may feel dry at times. Water can usually help that. If not, maybe a throat lozenge. But if you notice, and now my throat is settled down because I got those words out that I needed to get out to you. So do take care of your throat. Your throat chakra is going to be extremely important this year. So watch what you put down your throat. Watch what words come out. That's going to be very important also for you, Capricorn. And it's going to be extremely important. You're going to have opportunities to speak up, again, for yourself and for the greater good of all. So you want to really keep good tabs on that throat. You want to make sure that angry words don't come out, but strong words are allowed. So what do I mean by that? Well, there are going to be times that you see an injustice, and that's going to make you angry. And you do need to speak out with that, but speak out appropriately. There are going to be things that you don't want to hold inside, because a lot of times you do have a tendency to turn inward, and that's good. We want you to turn inward, but at the same time, there are times that words are appropriate, and strong words can be appropriate, but they don't have to be said in an angry or harsh way. They will be heard, but this will depend upon your throat. It'll depend upon how you take care of your throat. And if you notice, the throat chakra and the heart chakra are just right there. They're right beside each other. So speak from your heart, and speak the words that you're feeling, the words that you must get out. That's going to be a year for you to speak your truth. That's really what I want to say. Speak your truth, Capricorn. This is the year. Speak your truth. You're going to have a lot of opportunities to do that, both on a personal basis, in a business sense, in your profession, your career, and just in the general population. You will have opportunities to speak out. So keep that throat healthy. If you are familiar with my videos, you know, especially when I'm giving messages to you, soul messages, I like to use my book that Philip gave to me. Philip's my spirit guide. And it's called The Master's Book of Answers by Philip. It's an oracle book, and it has a different message on each page. So we have to think left or right page when we go for the messages. Now, one of the things that I use this book for is, after I meditate in the morning, I will sit down with this book and ask Philip for a message. And it kind of guides my whole day. And I like to journal, so because I'm a writer, and I put in addition to being a psychic, I'm also a writer. I never wanted to be a psychic. I wanted to be a writer. That was always what I did when I was even a young girl. And I did what, I'm not a Capricorn, but I did what many Capricorns do. I tried to stuff the truth of who I am. And it took a lot of years for me to finally let go of that and really let it come out to the truth of who I am. I had to learn to speak my truth. So let's see what Philip has for you. And again, we're going to think left or right, and we're just going to, whoop, there we go. Okay. Now I'm thinking left, but I'm also want to read you the right page because it's very short. The left page is a little bit longer. Here's what the left page says. It says, a sailboat does not drift aimlessly in the wind, but instead uses the wind to follow the course set by the helmsman. Let me read that again for you, Capricorn. A sailboat does not drift aimlessly in the wind, but instead uses the wind to follow the course set by the helmsman. That's going to be a very important message for you for 2017. Don't drift aimlessly. Have purpose. Speak your purpose. Speak it to yourself. You know, when we are trying to create new patterns in our life, if we speak them aloud, we hear them differently because we're hearing them through our ears, not just through our mind. So speak aloud what it is and speak in deep gratitude. That's going to get you what you want. And you know, I live in Ohio now, but I used to live in California. And I had a boat called Diana 2, T-O-O. And it was an old wooden ketch, which I absolutely loved. And it really taught me how I had to be alert at the helm. I had to watch the currents of the ocean because I was sailing in the Pacific Ocean. So I had to not only watch the currents, but I had to watch the wind. And if I wanted to go, for example, from Long Beach or LA Harbor, or from Newport Beach Harbor, which were the harbors I sailed out of, if I wanted to go to Catalina, I couldn't just kind of drift and get there. I had to actually make adjustments for the currents and set the sails to get me to Catalina, or I might just go right past it and not even know it. So keep in mind, you are going to have to set your sails properly this year. That's your voice that's going to need you to guide it. Now, I said I wanted to read the right page too because I think this is important. And the right page says, life is thought. All right, Capricorn, your thoughts are going to help dictate what you speak, and they're going to help you dictate that great success that you're going to experience in your life this year. But you do have to be the helmsman of your life. Don't just drift aimlessly. And then you can have a great year. I'll read your messages one more time. A sailboat does not drift aimlessly in the wind, but instead uses the wind to follow the course set by the helmsman. Use the energy of life. Use the universe. Use that which is in your life and set your course and go for it, keeping in mind life is thought. Thank you, Capricorn, for being with me today. It's been a pleasure to speak with you. Keep in mind, I love each and every one of you. So in case you forget how very lovable you are, know there's somebody out in this world really loving you. This is Diana Rankin saying, happy birthday, Capricorn. Happy, happy birthday.